And Molly Greenwood says, I wish I could understand animals. Now this one I actually understand. I get this one, you know, this would probably be one of my wishes actually, to be able to understand animals. I think it could be cool, you know, you go, fly my pretty, and bring me her eyes. But I also think that it could actually be really majorly annoying, because it doesn't mean that you'd understand all animals all the time. Because animals are everywhere, aren't they? They're all around us, they're in the walls, they're in the floor, they're in the air. You know, it could be this constant inundation of chatter, couldn't it? It'd be like if a fly was flying around your head, what would you hear then? You know, is it something? If it is something, I will try to put my tongue on it. It must be something. Something! I think flies are amazing the way that they can so easily shrug off almost being killed. The fly is buzzing around and you go, no! And the fly goes, well, on one hand, I was almost just killed by a force many thousand times my weight. On the other hand, that looks like some pretty tasty sweat. Strange. Well, that mosquito, if a mosquito was... It's annoying enough if there's a mosquito in your room when you're trying to sleep. Imagine if you could understand animals. You know, what would you hear then? You know, eat you. I'm going to do about 5,000 passes around you before I pick a place to land. I like my food irritated. Mosquitoes are the only animal that can make you lie in bed beating the shit out of yourself. Even like me, you know, there's a mosquito in the room, you get very super sensitive on your skin, you notice anything going on, you know, even if it's just a hair going, duh, you know, and you go, oh! You know, it's like they're tenderising us or something. But I'll tell you what, if I could understand animals, at least I'd be able to make the deal that I've always wanted to make with mosquitoes. Which is, look, will you please stop circling around endlessly, just pick, it's all from the same brand, just pick a cup and go with it, take your fill and get lost, and we can both have what we like. I get my rest. But then, I think if the mosquito did go, sounds like a good deal, Chief, I'd be looking at him thinking, do I really feel I need to uphold the honour of this country? So I could just smash you right now. And then if I missed, and the mosquito got away, then word would spread amongst the mosquito population that I was not to be trusted. The mosquitoes would never believe me again. Which is some weird hypothetical bullshit to be worried about. This is why I don't sleep. And some of these, look, in the hands of the genie are actually really potentially dangerous too. Look, I mean, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. There's one here. That says, I wish for immediate and complete restoration of all the rainforests and lost species all over the universe! Now this is concentrated on planet Earth, which has, at one stage or another in its development, been covered by rainforests, so the wish may as well be, destroy everything! You know, and not to mention that, you know, do the rainforests appear in the same, on the same land as they once were, or just in the same place? Because, what with the nature of tectonic shift, you might be looking at a situation where the entire ocean floor is instantly covered in a rotting protein mass of vegetation and briefly confused iguanas. But, and let's not forget the lost species either, you know, I mean, I'm sure this kid just means, you know, the dodos and the Tasmanian tigers, but I mean, we're talking about saber-toothed tigers and mammoths and dinosaurs. You know, they'd be as confused as we were, wouldn't they? They all appeared all of a sudden. You need a kid who could understand animals to have a word to them. And they go, look guys, sorry, just settle down, we'll sort this out somehow, we will. In the meantime, there's a couple of things you should know. First, we have the internet now. And secondly, try not to step on a religious folk. They won't see you, even though the evidence is right in front of their faces. And I also think it could be quite an awkward family reunion, because, I mean, as you may be aware, that modern-day birds were descended from the dinosaurs, which goes to show you that evolution is not always about change for the better, sometimes it's about change. Because from the mighty tyrannosaur came the lowly pigeon. So you can imagine that situation. Hey, old distant cousin. I am the Tyrannosaurus. Oh, hello there. I'm a little pigeon. This rather is small. Yeah, I'm just the right size to fit inside a garbage bin, Gunner. But we were magnificent. We towered above the treetops. Lock these hands, we towered above the treetops, striking fear and awe into the hearts of all who beheld us. Yeah, well, I strike fear and awe into the hearts of these old chips here. I don't understand these like endangered species in like zoos and stuff that have such a hard time. Amazing, like you can't make pandas if the pH of the soil is wrong, you know, if it's the wrong type of bamboo, if the temperature is off, you know, the value of the Dow Jones, I don't fucking know. People aren't like that. You can put people in a house on television and there's a fairly good chance their parents are watching and they'll still try and get into it. You know. So I have limited sympathy for the pandas. I think, well, you know. I can't get an erection, my panda friend, if there aren't any mountains to the north. Oh. Well, enjoy oblivion. I'll be over here fucking on the ashes of a rainforest. Lubing up with the blood of briefly confused iguanas.